This conference will now be recorded.
Well, morning. So yesterday we have gone through Terraform installation. So we've seen how to install Terraform, and then later we have gone through. So I was setting up an EC2 instance, and by creating an Terraform configuration file. And as a part of this, we have written provider first, and then once provider is done, we have taken a resource type. The resource type was AWS underscore instance is a resource type. Okay, that's a resource type, right? And then, so we have run that Terraform file using Terraform apply command. And before you apply, you also need to initiate first. So initiate is going to download the plugins, respective plugins according to the provider. Okay. So we'll move on to, let's talk about modifying the infrastructure. Yesterday we have seen creating infrastructure, creating instance. Now how do I create that? So how do I modify that if I want to modify? So go with modify, and then later we talk about creating VPCs. Also we'll talk about create subnets. Okay, let's proceed with it now. So start our Terraform instance. So where is our Terraform instance? That's our Terraform instance. Server, log into Terraform. And then, probably that's the key. Log into the key, and then C2 user, I think Ubuntu, I guess. Switch to super user, and then moving on to our Terraform, where we were creating those Terraform scripts. I think somewhere in root directory we have Terraform scripts there. That's the directory. Okay. Now, so let's go with same metadata, same main.tf file, same configuration file, and then in this file, if you run this file, you'll be having your infrastructure setup. You'll be having EC2 instance ready. Okay, let's try that again. So Terraform, and then you can go with plan first and then apply. Okay, so we are going to add one resource, which is our instance. Then Terraform, and then apply. Okay, confirm, yes. It's creating instance. So going with, one instance is created. That's ID. You see that instance ID. Okay. So check our console. Refresh. it is initiating. So that's my instance name. So it is initiate. Okay. So same IP, same ID, instance ID 0C2. Okay, that's 0C2. Okay. Well, now what if? So go with the main.tf file. I'm going to do some changes to my configuration file. So what changes I'm going to do my configuration file? So I want to change the AMI ID. If I change the AMI ID, so is it going to create, is it going to reapply the instance or reapply the changes? Then I want to change my instance OS. AMI means OS change, right? You know that. So how do I change it? If I just provide the different AMI, so will it be applied? Okay, let's see. I take a different AMI now. So okay, let's try it. Right now we have Ubuntu, right? I'm going to change it to AMI of RHEL. So with this instance RHEL, I take a different AMI now. It is RHEL 8 AMI. That's AMI for RHEL 8, and then proceed with, and here that's AMI. Okay, now change the AMI now. Okay, if I change the AMI, is the AMI will be changed? So just like changing swapping the OSs, so is it really happens? So let's find out. Terraform plan. So what will be the result? You see that one to destroy. So it is going to destroy that. So why it is going to be destroyed? We are changing the AMI. When change the AMI, so instance AMI won't be changed. So it is going to destroy the existing instance and will be creating a new instance with same configurations but with a new AMI. So that's why it is destroying, and then it will be creating a new instance. Now go with Terraform and then apply. Now confirm. So it is destroying the previous instance. See the ID, destroying the previous instance. So it is destroying, and then so destruction was completed previously. Now it is creating. And also you can find the status of this instance. So this is initializing. And how about the previous one? The previous one will be destroying it. Okay, so it is creating a new instance, right? It's a different ID. You see that the previous one has been destroyed, and then you have so new instance. And same time you can find these ones, and from terraform.tf state. Okay, that's a terraform.tf state file, and then there you can see So what actions have been taken place? So you can see the provider and all those things. And here, that's instance name which is created, and the type is AWS instance. Okay, and then so monitoring and then security groups. Okay, that's your security groups. You can see the security group information. Also, you have. Let me show you that VPC over here. Does it have any VPC created? Everything has to be like it's like default, right? So you have what is that primary network interface? That's the default one. There you see that it's a default one. Okay. Now going with. So we have seen that if the AMI is changed, your instance will be terminated and will be creating a new instance. Now, so what if I change my tag name? Okay, if I change the tag name, will it be destroying the instance or is it going to create a new instance? Okay, let's see how it works. So changing my tag name, so change it to, let's say, one second, close it and then open it. Let's open it. And then what change I like to do, insert and go with, let's say, modify. That's it. That's what I like to do, modify. So tag name is changed. If the tag name is changed, how about the instance status? So Terraform plan. Okay. So you see that there is no destroying and there is no creation. It's only change. It is not going to so recreate the instance. It will be modifying the instance. Now you can see that practically. Terraform apply. So it is just changed. Okay, so nothing is taken place. That means so no changes. When changes is there, but no added and no destroyed. So check the tag for it. Refresh. See that it is modified. The tag has been modified. So only the configuration level changes. So which is nothing but your AMI and also the instance type. So I'm going to change with instance type. I'm going to change an instance type to. So previously it was t2.micro, right? So I would like to change it to so something else. The instance type is changed. So I take instance type, a different instance type. So is it going to be changed or recreated? Select some AMI. I want to go with some instance type. Take the t2.small. Okay, take that t2.small. Okay, so save it. Then again, see that Terraform plan. So what is that change? So what change it will be? So you can see the change here. You can see the change Terraform plan. The change should be reflecting global plan. We have instance AMI. We'll apply this. We'll apply, let's say, Terraform apply. Okay, confirm. It is modified. So it's modifying. Okay, so this is changed. Yeah. So let's find out our instance type is. Just see the instance status. Now this is there it is. Okay, so this is modifying. This is initializing. Okay, it's initializing. That means it is just restarting. But previously it was destroyed. Now this is just modified. You can see the status here. And even if you want to see that modification, so you can check that as a Terraform TF state file. So you can see that modifications here. Okay, so that's just a modification. So this is not recreation. But when the AMI was changed, so and that will be so destroyed and then recreated. Okay, now so let's create. So you want to go with destroy. We know the destroy command, Terraform destroy. Okay, so go with yes. Okay, so destroy. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another instance. So, but I like to create my configuration file in some other directory. Okay, so let's say I'm making a directory, something like so. The second, or else let's make it something like so VPC create. Okay, that's my directory name. CD VPC create. Okay, in the directory, I'm creating another configuration file, main.tf file. In main.tf file, as usual, we know that first we write the providers. So provider is AWS is a provider, and then open, close the provider. And in that section, provider section, we first go with so region, mention the region there, region. Okay, and then so in which region you like to create it, AP. So let's say South 1, and then so next is version, Terraform version, and then the version is so it is less than tilt less than and then version, and then resource. So what's a resource? The resource is AWS underscore instance is a resource, and then so name of it, give a name. So this is your name. first is instance type and then resource. So let's say, so tf terraform test underscore instance 1. Okay, that is the name of the resource, but that's not the type, it's a name. What is the purpose of this name? We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Then as usual, first provide the AMI ID, and then so instance underscore type, and so my instance type is t2.micro. Okay. And then we can provide the tags. So tags, then so name of the tag, okay, give some name, tf underscore test underscore instance. Okay, don't get confused, the tag can be anything. Okay, test2 something, you can give anything. Okay, that's a tag. Apart from tag, I also like to proceed to assign a key. So as of now, for the instances we are creating, so when you check these instance details, for them there is no key. See that there is no key pair, right? But I want to create an instance with a key pair. If you want to create an instance with key pair, and which is nothing but key pair underscore something, let me just show you the name. So Terraform AWS resource. Tilde and less than means that's the way of representation we are using. Okay. But well, just go with that. Okay. So just a second, just a but sorry. Now, so now, so so there you see, so it is instance, and then you can, if you like to go with that more parameters, we have more parameters. Okay, so what are the parameters? I can give you the parameters here. Key, instance key something, that was the name. You can see that here. Instance type, there is instance type. I like to go with the instance key. Okay, there will be something called key. Key name. So see that key underscore name. Okay, go with that key name. Okay, key underscore name. Key underscore name. Okay, So the name is, now take some key here. I would like to take a key. Okay. So I think I have some keys. I'm just looking for some keys here. Instance details. That's my key name. Okay. The key pair. That's a key pair. Okay. And then save it. Okay. Now you'll be having instance created with that key pair. Now go with Terraform and then plan first. But even when you plan it, so yesterday I have already initiated downloaded plugins, right? Now, so which is nothing but you have Terraform in it. So, but why you need to do it again? So every time wherever you have your main.tf file, and there you must initiate your plugins using Terraform initiate. Okay, Terraform init. Well, it is going to download the plugins every time. So you have a main dot, wherever you have main.tf file, there you need to initiate the plugins. Okay. Now downloading plugins. So the plugins being downloaded. Okay. And then go with Terraform and then plan. Terraform plan. Now enter. It is going to show you. So name. What is that? Okay, just a second.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I think you haven't selected AMI.
Oh yeah, correct. Correct. That's first thing. Okay. Now just a second. Let me check it out. Yeah. So AWS instance data finder, and then what is that? That's name, right? Something was missing. Let's see. So what was that? Name. So you see that name has to be like the same mistake I have done. Okay. So I'll go with that. Okay. So name has to be in double quotation. These are just names. Okay. Name should be always in double quotations. Okay. And then also, yeah, you are correct. I forgot to mention the AMI as well. So we need to have the AMI. Go with the AMI. Okay. So where is that AMI? You can take a random AMI. So what was the AMI? Take some AMI. That's AMI I like to go with. Okay. And AMI. Okay. And there should not be any spaces within the quotations. Well, and save it. Again, Terraform plan. Okay. Successfully done. And then Terraform apply. Okay. Confirm that. Yes. It's creating. Okay. So successfully created. And now the instance must have the instance we have created. It must also your what was that? A key as well. But what is the instance name we have created? The name should have a name, right? So what was the name of the instance? The tags. I'm looking for the tags. The tag name was tf underscore test2. Okay. Let's see. Refresh. So there is our TF underscore test2. Okay, it's initializing and check the instance. I have AMI, that's AMI, and also check the key pair. Yes, there is my key pair. We also have attached key pair. And then, so then you can destroy it if you like. That is optional anyway. That's optional. You want to destroy it, go with destroy. I'm just showing that. So will it be destroying that one? So will be destroyed anyway. So confirm that. So when you destroy or when you apply, you cannot revert the changes. Remember that. So that is not possible to revert the changes. That's why it is a confirmation. Okay. So will be accepted your confirmation. So because the changes will be undo. There is no undo concept in Terraform. There is no revert. And then, so back to the same configuration file. Now this is, we are creating an instance. Okay, that is perfect. But what if I want to, so I want to add that instance to a public subnet or else some default. So as of now, when the instances are creating, they're deploying under so default VPCs and default subnets. But I want to create that under my own VPC, under some defaults, under my subnet. Okay, so how is that possible? Right. So let's see how we create VPCs and then subnets, and then finally, so we'll be launching our instance in that particular subnet. Okay. So since I want to create an instance, I want to create a VPC and subnet. Now we're writing some different resource type for that. So a resource, and the resource name is AWS underscore VPC. That's the resource name. Okay. So you can just do that. Just Google. You will have everything available on Google. But anyway, I will be sharing this document. This is a document. We can see everything again. However, so you can see this document. But if you want to Google it, just Google that. So you will find everything in Google and through Terraform websites. However, and then Terraform AWS. So VPC. But that is also AWS underscore VPC. Okay, so there is your VPC. Okay, well, now go with AWS underscore VPC and then give a name. So this name, why we use it, we'll see it now. So give some name. So I'm going to give some name. Let's say so TF underscore VPC. That's a name. Okay, that. So go with. Okay, then so subnets, sorry, VPCs must have the CIDR block, right? So provide the CIDR block. So go with the some CIDR block. You see that we have CIDR underscore block. So provide the CIDR block. Then, so sorry, CIDR underscore block, CIDR blocks, and then so I will go with that. So CIDR block, and then so slash. I would go with 24. Let's say okay, that's 24, which is class C. We know that tags is equals to provide a name to this. Okay, so name is equals to, so give a name. The name is so TF test VPC1 something, give some name. Okay, and this is the name of the VPC. Okay, and this is both our name. So this is different and this is different. So this tag is nothing but that is your name of the instance once the VPC is created, but this is something different. We'll talk about that now. Okay, that is my VPC I'm creating. Then you have resource, and this resource is for so AWS underscore sub. Okay, now we are looking into AWS subnet. So you can just go with again. So try to look up in the website or else home sites AWS underscore subnet. Subnet. Okay. So go with that resource. And sub also has CIDR blocks, right? So you provide the CIDR blocks, the subnets. Okay, so there you have, just scroll down. So you have AWS underscore subnet. Okay, right. So let's do that. Okay. And now subnet, every resource has a name. Okay, so give a name to the resource, and my resource name is so tf underscore subnet. Okay, there. So open and then close. Always resources blocks open close, and then so there you go with. So subnets CADR block is a subnet block. Okay, and provide that CIDR block. And we know that the CIDR block of the subnet must be within the range of VPC. Okay, 0.0./0 then /24. Okay, and then so then we create this subnet under the VPC. Which VPC? So this is a VPC, right? Under this VPC, I'm creating my subnet. How do I mention that? So I'm creating this subnet for that VPC in that VPC. Then you have VPC underscore ID. So we need the VPC ID where we are creating our subnet. So we are creating under this VPC, right? There we are creating it. Okay. So what is the name then? So the name, how do you call that VPC? We call the VPC with the help of first, so resource type AWS underscore VPC resource type dot the name of the resource. So TF underscore VPC. This is where your so names are useful. So this is your type of the resource and the name of the resource, then dot ID. So we are creating our subnet, and then within that VPC, how do you call a VPC dynamically here? Dynamically means we are creating VPC, same time we are creating a subnet. Then how do I do that? AWS underscore VPC dot TF underscore VPC dot ID. So that is how do you represent or how do you call particular so resource types. And here we are calling the resource type AWS VPC, and the VPC we are creating with the help of dot ID. Remember that. And then so provide the names, tags. Okay, and then name. So give a name, let's say TF underscore test underscore VPC1 underscore subnet. Okay, so we are creating subnet under that VPC. All right, fine. Then the final thing, I'm creating an instance, right? I'm creating instance. So this instance I want to deploy in that subnet, right? Then under the instance, I'm going with, after the instance tab or anywhere within the resource, okay, you mentioned that subnet underscore ID. That means in which subnet we are launching. Now you call the subnet. How do you call the subnet? So with the help of, so resource type, what is the resource type? AWS underscore subnet is the resource type, and then dot, so tf underscore subnet, which is the name of the resource, tf underscore subnet dot id. Now here, these ones IDs are should not be in the double quotations, they must be open, not in double quotations. If you mention in double quotations, they will be considered as a value, but this is not a value, this is an ID. I'm calling the ID of them. Okay, so now save it. Hope that is clear. Then so go with Terraform and then plan first. Okay, so it is all good, and successfully we'll be creating 3 resources. We'll be creating VPCs, subnets, and then instance, right? Yeah, see that. So we're creating so VPC, okay, and then also you can see the subnet, and then this is your instance. Okay. Now again, finally, Terraform, and then apply. So confirm that. So it will be creating all 3 resource types for us. So this created 3 resources. 3 resources are added. Okay, and then now, so going with now. So where is it? So you can check this TF state file. You can do that, or else we just do it console for our understanding purpose. And first we check our instance. Okay, so what is instance? Then this is the instance initializing. That's the instance. Okay, and then I need to check this VPCs. Okay, check this in the networks. It working? So is it created yet? So we have VPC. Okay, we have VPC and then we have subnet. Now check this subnet first. Check this subnet. Go with the subnet. So it's still loading. Just a second. I think we better refresh them. So this is our VPC which is created, and check that VPC. Why the VPC does not have a name for this? There should be a name, right? So if we do any mistakes while we do that, there should be a name for the VPC, right? Okay. Why that there is a no name? Name. Okay, we provided some name to the VPC. Why this is not there? So is it because of check them? We check them under tags. Okay, the tags, and then check these tags. The tag is not there. So is it not the instance? We are not checking for right instance. We are checking for the right instance, right? So then why there is not the one? We'll see. So why that is not reflecting? Is it my better we do it from the Terraform state file. Open the Terraform state file. I want to check the VPC ID which is created. First check the instance ID. Are we going with the correct instance ID? 0DE something. Well, let's check the instance ID first. Still. It's taking a lot of time. So which one it is? Get instance. Okay, which one? Which one? 0DE. Okay, just again. and I want to go with the networking. Yeah, see that? I think previously that was not updated. I think now it is updated. You see that? That's updated VPC. Go with the VPC. So I want to check that. So under that VPC, we have the subnet created. We've seen that. So instance is created, that's VPC, but I want to see that. So that VPC, right? And then it's a VPC and check its subnet as well. So go with the instances, sorry, VPC. Okay. You can just see them through the subnets. That's the best thing we can do. Go with the subnets. Go with the subnets. Then we said, is that subnet attached in that VPC? So which one that is, check this subnet. Okay, so that is the one. Just a second, uncheck this. Okay, so that's our TF test VPC1. That is the one. And for which, that's the subnet I mean, and for which VPC to the so that's the VPC over there. So once again, let me scroll on. See that? That's the correct VPC we have created. So we are able to launch our instances in our required VPCs and required subnets. But so that is not what exactly I want. So what kind of so security groups my instance has? So it's open. Then what kind of NACL we have? So I want to create a public subnet. Okay, I want to attach some internet gateways. Right? I want to do all these things. So now we have created just a VPC with subnets. Okay, okay, that is perfect. But so for VPC, sorry, for subnets, if you want to make your subnets as public, so we need to have attached internet gateways. We attach internet gateways, and we need some route tables to attach them. And then we need some also inbound, outbound roles. I want to set up. So I want to set up all these kind of configurations for those subnets in the VPCs. How do you do that? We'll talk about that in coming sessions. Okay, but so you can go with now. Now we can destroy. Now when we destroy, we're going to destroy so every configuration we have created from the Terraform TF state file. Okay. So confirm that. Okay, so it is destroying everything. So from the name, okay, and from the VPC subnets instance. So successfully destroyed. Now even VPCs and all those subnets. Now this is a VPC, right? Now refresh the VPC. Should have been destroyed. Okay. And then if you go with that again, and you want to So again, apply that, you will be creating a VPC. So what VPC I'll be creating? So this VPC, right? Every time I will be creating same VPCs, same subnet, same instances, but which is not I want. What I want is, I want to have some options to select. I want to create my different VPC, different subnets, different instances. So from the same configuration file. But if you run this same configuration file every time, you will be creating only same VPC, same subnets, same instances. But I want to make my configuration file reusable. Reusable means one configuration file, I want to create my own VPCs, own subnets with different names, so and different subnets. How do I do that? Okay, so let's talk about that in our tomorrow session, and we talk about variables concepts. And after variables, we'll see how to create the environments. Like I said, internet gateways, we go with route tables, inbound roles, we'll proceed with these things. We create different environments. So, okay, so coming sessions. Okay, so yeah, any questions, anyone? So I will be uploading this document. I think this document is not uploaded, I guess. So I'll check it out and upload the document. Yeah.
Sir, when we creating instances, we using some existing key pairs, sir. So is there any possibility to create new key pairs?
Yes, we can also create new key pairs. So I'll take that example in our VPC. When we create the VPC concept, I'll take that example. We can create different VPCs. That's possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We can create a new key pair, attach that key pair also. That's possible. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.